Yada yada. Play as here, like at the start of the game, you can pick your corporation. Right now, I don't have much corporations to choose from, but on my other PS4, I have like a lot to choose from. We're gonna play the tutorial because you get a lot more resources than the other companies, which is pretty weird. Like, I don't like that, you know. I don't like that. Here, you can choose your crew members to be picked in your crew people. Here, you can choose the artifacts that you unlocked while you played through the game.
When I was young, our dream was to go to the stars. And so we tried, gave our best, and in the end we made it into space. We came here to prove our machines, our courage. We came for the competition and for the vanity. We weren't ready yet. And the dream faded, became a nightmare, became propaganda and lies. But soon, our old dream became a global necessity. We needed resources. We needed more space and more food. We needed a perspective. After years of digging in the dust of Mars, the inventors gave us wings, the hyperdrive. Our ticket to not only Venus or Jupiter, but to Messier, to Andromeda, and to a galaxy we call Alpha One. A galaxy full of bright suns and beautiful planets. A galaxy full of life.
And gorgeous bimbos.
New hope. An alliance of powerful corporations was forged, and Project Genesis initiated. The dream returned, and we became pioneers again. Arcs full of genetic material reached Alpha One. Their goal? Finding a new home for its cargo, and to initiate a new Genesis for mankind. The best commanders were chosen to lead these starships, and like myself, you are one of them.
This game is an asshole, you know? Like, took me like 5 tries to figure out what I was doing.
Here you build and upgrade our ship.
Build a greenhouse.
This is a greenhouse. The concept of cultivating plants on board our ship is central to the Genesis. The Alpha Quadrant is full of shipwrecks. Our tractor beam module is a fast way to acquire already refined materials. Materials will be directly moved to the ship's storage. No deposit and no refinery required.
Alright, so it's not really good to put the tractor beam right next to the greenhouse, but since this is a tutorial, I can't edit the place. The most important thing to do in this game right now is getting a shield, getting your shields. When you have your shields, you could farm anywhere where you want. You could go to the sunstorms. You could go to the you don't even have to like worry about enemy vessels hitting you when you're resourcing, because as long as you have 4 shields on your ship, you're good. You're Gucci.
Greetings, Commander. You have been sent to Quadrant Alpha 1. The mission is to find a new home for the crew on board of this ship. Expand your ship and explore the galaxy for resources and interesting new life forms. Look out for a suitable planet, a Genesis candidate, and when you are ready, initiate a
Build your tractor beam. So there is no running in this game. You're just walking in like very fast.
Job assigned. Resource beaming complete.
Before I enter shipbuilding, let me scan this here.
Resources collected. Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship. Modules can...
Let's see, build a workshop. Defenses. Before I do that, let me build some.
This module grants the
corridors.
corridor connects modules and is available in different designs. Make sure you balance the ship's layout between security and efficiency. This is a workshop module. Here, we research and construct weapons and... Resource beaming complete. Resource acquired.
I'm gonna stop that because I am scared. Take a turret.
Access granted.
I'm taking 2 turrets, bitch. Place a turret. It's good to place your turrets in your track beam area because sometimes bugs will make it up into the tractor beam area. And that's never good.
Weapons activated. Processing.
Assign a gardener. Those green dots are your crew members. You could like rename them and stuff. Like, since this is a female, I'm gonna rename her Alexandra because that's a Spanish name, and like it makes sense for the gardener to be Spanish. You feel me? I'll build a let's see, corridor. Build
In
a
our
clone.
laboratories, new clones can be created and added to the crew. Thanks to superior genetics advanced technologies, we are also able to combine human DNA with DNA we collect in outer space. This feature gives us the amazing option to create perfectly specialized beings for the Genesis program.
Oh, give me a sec, my dude. Like, I usually like putting my everything, like I like putting my crew areas right next to each other. Go to your clone lab. Clone a crew member.
Cloning initiated.
I'm gonna call this guy me. Use a workstation.
Cloning done.
Build a hangar. Baxa. all the time you start a game, you can't rename the clone that you're gonna play as, which sucks, you know. Oh, farm hangar.
This is our hangar module. The hangar is necessary to acquire resources, plants, or other interesting.
Launch harvester. Yeah, before I do that, let me first scan the area. It's always good to scan the area before you launch somewhere, because you never know what's gonna be there. The most important thing to do when you're on a planet is to find those site areas. At those site areas you get artifacts and weapons. So far the best alien artifact in my opinion is the healing. That's like the best because it heals 20 of your HP all the time you take damage. And the best gun for me in my opinion is the minigun. It shreds those, like there's a lot of different alien species you're gonna fight against. There's ones that are gonna shoot at you and ones that are gonna use their melee on you. And the ones that are shooting at you, there's a species called the hollows. They're like these white people and like they're easy to kill, which is pretty ironic if you think about it. So even though there was only 5 areas in the place where you could like travel and like harvest, your ship, when all the time it like moves, it travels in a 3x3 area, so it's gonna scan other like debris and planets around that 3x3 area. Like, I could stop right now since they already finished scanning the area where I'm at, but I don't want to, you know. I don't want to. I could also assign a crew member, or like up to 2 crew members, to come over here to do all the scanning. Jesus Christ, man, that's long.
Job assigned.
Actually, oh, so I usually like
Job
assigning
assigned.
2 people here. In case my ship gets bored, I have like 2 extra lives. So these packages, these care packages looking areas are the sites that you should go to like explore.
Harvester destination set.
You get artifacts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
You know, traveling down to the planet is actually really easier to do, but if you're going down there with only 1 person, it's like right when you die, you're screwed because you lose all your resources that are on that you harvested. Pretty much, you got to do the same thing you did. But to fix that, you could assign 2 crew members or 1 crew member with you, so in case you die, you spawn as one of those dudes. Now over time, as you're on the planet, there's going to be life forms that are going to get detected and you're going to have to kill them. Sometimes they're going to spawn, they're going to drop like biomass and like DNA samples. Your only defense when you're on a planet is your turret over here. It's gonna shoot people when you're in the range.
Accessing archives. 50%. 40%. 60%. 80%. All phases complete. Life form detected.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I like getting attacked by these creatures because they drop a lot of stuff. The more clone samples you have of a species, like let's say for example, something like the limit is 10, the max, and so once you have a lot, you get to clone them, and those green balls that they drop on the floor is biomass. If you take damage, you could use that to heal yourself, or you could use that to save up and clone more samples. Alright.
New clone research unlocked.
Now, how I'm aiming so fast is all the time you aim, you're gonna, like, all the time you hold down the left trigger, you're gonna keep track on the enemy that you're currently shooting at. And so what I do is, since these guys are super easy to kill, I just, all the time I kill someone, I use the left trigger to switch to the next target. And I press that, like, really fast because they're easy to kill. You can only carry up to 5 stuff that you could harvest, which sucks. And like, I actually haven't found out if you could upgrade your ship yet to carry more.
2, 1, 0.
You could carry more biomass if you build more biomass modules. I'm running out of... I gotta get more copper. So, all the time you build a lot of modules, it's always important to build a reactor to go along with it. So in case you, because like reactors, they give your modules energy, and when you have enough energy, you can build more stuff. But let's say, for example, you run out of energy, you can always build on a reactor because reactors don't require energy to build, which is awesome. But what they do require is copper and iron. There's a lot of resources in this game, and copper is one of the rare resources. Anyways.
This is the refinery. Raw materials will be enhanced here. This process takes time. Job assigned.
these dudes right here will carry your resources to the either refinery or your storage or deposit. But what sucks is it's always important to have your storage and deposit right next to each other. But what sucks about the tutorial is they put your storage and your deposit like so far over here. I like you put the hangar, tractor beam, and refinery all the way towards the back, because usually that's where aliens like to spawn most of the time. There's gonna be like areas of your ship where sometimes, let's say for example, bugs, they'll usually go in here and like put eggs, and how they get in here is from the mining, either the refinery or the tractor beam. Majority of the time it's the tractor beam. When you send your crew members alone on expedition missions to go on planets, they're most likely going to come back with bugs, and the bugs are usually going to go inside here. And so it's during the tutorial you have to put your, like, there's really no other area where you can put your greenhouse, and so you have to. I usually put my greenhouse in the back of the ship because it's easy to block when bugs do come here. So it's usually good to put a shield and a turret over here to block the entrance of the bugs, because if they get in your greenhouse, this is the biggest area of the ship, if they get in here, they're gonna like just destroy the place, and this is where your oxygen comes from. If this is gone, you're dead. Like, you're dead.
New materials have been refined.
I'm about to finish the tutorial. Alright, so these things right here, these merchants, they're actually extremely useful and important for the game. Because like the resource that comes after copper that's important is platinum, and sometimes they'll be selling platinum. And what you could do is you could like trade other resources for that platinum, and you could use that to get your shield.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive. Warning.
Luckily this dude is right here.
Hyperdrive.
Alright, they're not selling any platinum, but they do have a lot of iron. And what you could do is you could trade that for like one of these resources. But like each resource has their own like abilities to help you. Like the sulfur, when you collect 3 of these, you can build a turret. And with the lithium, if you collect 3 of these, you can build a barrier. The nitro and these other ones over here, I don't know what they do, because like I haven't gotten that far in the game yet to figure out what they do, and I don't even know what the gold does. What aluminum, what this one does, you could build your life systems, like your greenhouse. Iron is your basic resource.
Processing.
I'm about to update, research a clone. They're pretty much the same thing as the humans, but they require a different, like, oxygen. Each clone requires 5 biomass to build, and since this is the cloning station 1, clone lab 1, there's 3 different clone labs, and I'm guessing they require more biomass to use. So since I finished the tutorial, I'm gonna continue playing through here because This is easy. I already got all the modules that I need. Gotta go back to the
New materials have been
British.
refined.
Alright, so at the beginning of the game, you want to be, you always want to be at the low areas until you get a good weapon and like shields for your ship. Then you can travel to the high areas, which are basically the medium areas. There are 3 areas for the ship, for the galaxy map that you can like go to. There's the high, the low, and then there's another one that's called critical, and you want to stay as far as possible away from the critical, because if you go there, you're either going to get boarded by an alien vessel, or just like just bad things will happen. It's not good.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna build a barrier.
Processing.
When you assign a crew member to one of these workstations, they'll speed up the process a little bit when you're like not around. But when you're doing these, when you're speeding them up on by yourself, you speed them up really fast.
Weapons activated.
Oh yeah, I gotta go over here.
Harvester destination set.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
This game needs a lot more features.
Access granted.
At the beginning of the game, you want as much sulfur and lithium as possible to craft out a lot of turrets and barriers in case you do get boarded or an alien does get by.
Form detected.
Oh my god. Now, there's no way for you to fix like these areas when you go on the planets and it's like super dark. There's no way to fix that.
Life form detected.
There's gonna be like life red things on the floor. If you collect that, you could,
Accessing
if you collect enough of those, like at least 10, it'll help you get an ability that you could use to help you when you're on a planet or on your ship.
40%.
The ones that these aliens are dropping is this power
60%.
ability. It's like if you use that, you could like use this like
80%.
melee attack on enemies. But the one I want is
All
healing.
phases complete.
New transmission arrived.
Life form detected.
Oh shit. lot of the life forms, like the ones that are like similar to humans, there are going to be certain life forms that are similar to humans that you're going to face. They are going to be real assholes to you because the weapons they're going to be using are shotguns, and when the computer players use shotguns, it's really annoying. Damn, it's going this way. Yo, I want to get off this planet as fast as possible because I hate how it's dark. There's going to be a lot of planets that have like different like biomes. If that's the correct word. There's going to be like diamond planets you go to, dark planets, planets that have like light. Sometimes there's going to be planets where there's like an alien presence, so they're going to constantly be dropping troops. I could stay on this planet until I get this damage modifier ability, but like I don't. I am constantly running out of ammo.
Access granted.
You can only carry up to 2 guns, a turret, and a shield.
Access granted.
And like you could research, you could like in your little armory, you could have like 2 extra weapons over here in case you run out of something. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stay here until I have like my biomass is full.
Life form detected. Life form detected.
Once I leave this planet, that's going to be the end of part 1, and then I'm going to continue with part 2.
Life form detected.
I like finding the aliens in like clear open area, because then when they drop their biomass and other stuff, it's easier for me to see it. Plus I can also see the aliens more easier. If I'm fighting them in the grass, it's a lot scarier. Right, 7 more. They don't drop biomass in their other stuff like all the time.
Life form detected.
It seems like the aliens are only coming from 2 areas.
Life form detected.
You know, I just noticed there's an alien ship on top of me, but like the thing is, that's weird is those aliens don't look like they should have a ship. Let's see, 3 more, 4 more. I'm running out of ammo.
Access granted.
To craft more ammo, you had to use suffer.
Life form detected.
And I'd rather use that for my ship, my like turrets. Your pistol doesn't require any ammo, but it's a pistol.
Life form detected. Life form detected.
In order for you to like research a clone or an alien artifact, you have to have 20 biomass with you. And each, like as I said from before, each biomass module gives you 20.
Life form detected.
Let's see, I think that's 20 already. That's 20. You know, since it says 8 out of 10, I'm just gonna wait here until I get the last remaining 2 samples. Oh man, this music. I don't like this music.
Life form detected. Life form detected. Life form detected.
Ooh, I just want the samples already, man. Each planet you go to, there won't be a different species of alien. It's usually in the different solar systems you go to. You know what? In my second playthrough during this game, I decided to just explore the solar system. I got invaded by aliens on my ship. I died, but during the tractor beam process, when I was beaming in resources, there was this I came across two hard-ass aliens. One of them is this, like, this swarm of particles. That one was actually really hard to kill because I didn't think I was able to kill it. I thought it only died from H2O being in that environment, but turns out no. And the second alien was this chrome-looking alien that had a minigun.
10, 9, launch sequence activated.
I won't be able to collect the last two samples because this is just taking me too long.
3, 2, 1, 0 detected.
The higher the resource color is, the more valuable it is. So it's probably in best interest for me to collect that uranium ore, so I can give this to that trader that's in the sky, in the space. But like, you know, it's gonna go into your storage. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here.